Hello there. Hi there. My name is Charles Lipton. I am James Lipton's second cousin. Today on Inside the Kitchen, we focus on our special guest. Tonight's guest, we are proud to bring you the creator of Jayke Townsend Studios. It is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Jayke Townsend. Well, first off, Jake, I just would like to thank you for coming on to the show tonight, and it's very honoring to have you here. I'm very excited about your interview tonight. Well, Charles, I enjoy being on the show. I've been looking forward to this a long time. It's very gratifying to be here. Thank you. During these interviews, we will expand over your lifetime. So let's start from the beginning, shall we? Where were you born? I was born in Chino at Chino Hospital. When were you born? June 26, 1996. What are your parents' names? Summer Hickson and Michael Townsend. How did your parents come to meet? They were both friends of friends, and after 2 weeks of dating, they both needed a place to stay, so they moved in together, and that's how they got me. Could you please give the folks at home a timeline into your life? Of course. I mean, I guess I could start when I was a munchkin. At my first birthday party, my godmother stuck my hand in the cake, and I hated being dirty at the time, so I looked at my hand and I paused. And then I started to freak out. Were you an intelligent child? I was intelligent as I could be at the time. The Lincoln Logs on my head were my way of expressing myself. Some kids paint, some kids do the drums, the guitar. I put Lincoln Log hands on my head. We also had a magical merry-go-round that everybody enjoyed. And I think my grandpa enjoyed that the most. Who are your godparents? James and Mindy Moon. They have been in my life in its entire duration, and I cannot express enough how much they've done for me and how much I appreciate them in my life. Some memories of them? The song "My Milkshakes Bring All the Boys to the Yard" comes up, and I asked my aunt, what are milkshakes? Why is everybody going milkshakes? And she's like, 'cause they're really good. And I asked her, I know, but why are they all going to the yard? And my aunt says, well, the milkshakes are really good, so they go to the yard, because that's where they sell them, in the backyard, and that's where they get their milkshakes, because they're just that good. I'm like, oh. That's my 4-year-old mind capacity, that you go to the backyard to get milkshakes. The second memory I have of them is we were at Disneyland, and we went on the log ride, and I think this is almost one of my favorite memories because of the picture, and it was me go. Oh, we have the picture? Yeah, that's the picture. As you can see, my mouth is open as wide as it can go, and that's been a famous picture in our family for a while. You have been lucky to have so many grandparents. Could you name them for me? Well, I have my Grandma Leah and my Grandpa Rusty on my father's side. I've also had my grandmother Teresa and Papa Paul, and I've also, on my mother's side, and also Grandma Kathy and Papa Mike on my mother's side as well. Let's move to when you were 4 or 5. I had a neighbor named Ivan, and it was right after Easter, and I didn't get any robin eggs, but he did, and he had an what is that called? Abnormally sized Easter egg. And he said, Jake, look, this is a bird's egg. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, a bird's gonna hatch out of this. I was like, really? A bird's gonna hatch out of that? He's like, yeah, watch. And he pops it into his mouth. And me being 4 or 5, I scream like a little girl and run inside and say, Ivan just ate a bird! On May 2nd, 2001, what happened in your life? My sister Lindsay was born. I was pulling into my grandparents' track, you could say, and I woke up because the car bounced and the phone was ringing. And I woke up and I said, Papa, where are we? He said, we're at our house now. You have a baby sister now. And that was one of the memories in my life that I always think about, because that's the moment in my life where a lot of things changed. I wanted a brother, but now that I had a sister, I was extremely excited. And the rest is history. Where did you attend elementary school? I went to Mountain View Elementary School, and I have two memories that stand out to me. One being, during Halloween season, I had to be the Green Goblin. It was 2001 to 2002. I had to be the Green Goblin. And lo and behold, everybody else was Spider-Man. So basically, at the Halloween parade and afterwards at recess, I got my ass handed to me by 15 Spider-Men. And that was the first grade. And the other memory I have is in the 5th grade, we were all heading off to 5th grade camp, and my sister was just crying her eyes out. And everybody was looking, going, "Aw." The bus driver saw, and he says, "Whose sister is that?" I go, "That's mine." He's like, "You better get out and go hug your sister, 'cause I better see her stop crying before I put this truck in polo." I'm paraphrasing and being stupid, of course, but no. He stopped the bus, and I climbed out, and I told her I would be right back. And I'd be back in a flash. That sounds like it was fun. In a manner of speaking, yes, it was fun. In the 3rd grade, a milestone happened. Would you mind telling the folks at home what that was? In the 3rd grade, my Papa Rusty took me to Pasadena to go watch the filming of The Cat in the Hat. And Mike Myers went by, and I screamed to him, "Hey, are you the cat?" And he yelled back, "Yes, I am." And that was, I don't know why, but in my eyes, that was huge. The Cat in the Hat just spoke to me. It was really cool to see how all that worked, and I knew that in my life, I needed to be a part of a big thing like that. In the 4th grade, you quote-unquote destroyed a monument. What monument would that be? Oh my god, I shouldn't be laughing about this. The San Juan Capistrano fountain. Well, as a child, my father always told me not to lean. And there I went, I put my hand on the thing, I leaned, and it went and I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I just destroyed San Juan Capistrano." Like, I thought everything was gonna crumble down because I took this piece off. And I didn't know what to do to it, so I just put it in my pocket, and and we left. And we went to the park, and it fell out, and I picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, hey, this is a piece of the fountain." And I was like, "Oh god, I shouldn't tell people this is a piece of the fountain." So that's in my room ever since. Where did you attend middle school? I attended Gracie Oakley Middle School from 6th grade to 8th grade. Where are you attending high school now? I'm attending Colony High School right now. I heard your freshman and sophomore years were not the best. No, they were not the best years. I had problems with my chest area, and certain times it would just get really tight, and I'd lose my breath and I'd collapse. No, probably a year, actually. Probably a year, and we finally figured out that, actually my mom did. Thank you, Mom. My mom figured out what it was, and it was, we diagnosed it with GERD. So I watched what I ate for a while. I started working out, started running and stuff, and I lost about 30 pounds. And I've been feeling better ever since. What is your greatest fear? I think my greatest fear would be failure. Because I don't like failing at all. What is your biggest regret and why? My biggest regret is not telling my family how much I love them. Or my friends, for that matter. I always try to be there for my friends because in a flash, I could be gone, they could be gone. And they would never know how much I love them. So that's my biggest regret, not telling my friends, my family, how much I love them each and every day. Who are your heroes? I think my heroes are my friends and family. They've taught me so much in my life that I don't have anything else that I go by. I learn almost everything from them and all my lessons from them, and I greatly appreciate them. What is your favorite memory from childhood? My favorite memory from childhood? I don't have one. My childhood was my favorite. I loved my childhood, and that's my answer. I love my childhood. What do you ultimately want to become in this life? I ultimately want to become a success. I don't want to wake up in 60 years, 80 years on my deathbed saying, "What a waste." It's not in my interest. So I want to fulfill my life to the fullest. Well, folks, that concludes our interview tonight on Inside the Kitchen Studios. I would urge to have you join us next time on Inside the Kitchen Studios. Thank you, and good night. And we're out. God damn, I hate you as a person.